Hello everyone. I welcome you all to this wonderful platform where we discuss about astrology, palmistry, and I take up all your doubts and queries. My name is Shivam People. I'm your astrologer, I'm your palmist and a spiritualist, right? So today people, we are going to discuss about the new moon which is coming in the sign of Leo and the major shifts in planets which have been there, the coming of Mars and Rahu, that is the North Node conjunction together. So the energy in this time has been very intense. So this is why I am having this live session 2 days before the new moon, right? Because I wanted to talk about the Rahu, that is the North Node, and Mars conjunction. So now the Mars has come along with Rahu in the sign of Taurus, right? Now, what is Mars? I would like to explain you about it. Mars is the planet of courage, willpower, masculinity, anger. He is the commander in chief of the forces of the god, right? And you have to understand this thing, that this planet is born out of the sweat is born out of the sweat of Lord Shiva, right? This planet is born out of the sweat of Lord Shiva. And secondly, Mars is more about having courage, willpower, and military, police, and forces. And the other planet, Rahu, which is denoted by the air element, denoting the air element, your illusions. Rahu is the commander in chief of the forces of the demons, right? And is also the one who creates illusions. He's very clever, he's very cunning, right? And though they both have quite a similar nature, but the thing is, Mars is more driven towards masculinity, anger, and is the commander in chief of the forces of the gods, and the other one is for the demons. So coming of these two planets in the sign of Taurus is creating lot of anger, anguish, and aggression at times in people, right? In this time period. So in this time period, you people have to keep yourself very calm, very relaxed in taking your decisions, since it is placed in the sign of Taurus. Will have too much attachments to their materialistic things, and Rahu placing in the sign of Rohini, which is ruled by the planet moon. So the mind, the emotions will be the most affected ones in this time. And even if everyone is having everything, they will feel a sense of lacking into their things at times in this time period. And I would say that utilizing this time period in keeping your energy very, very aligned and optimistic about your future, because this is also a time when you can learn more about having more and more materialistic bliss. Since the new moon is coming in the sign of Leo and the nakshatra of Purfalguni, so the sign of Leo denotes having courage, honesty. This is a time to activate your new talents and new energy, and also it is a time to open your heart towards new things. And sign of Leo is mostly about taking risk into the things, right? Hello, Crystal, how are you? And is more about taking risk. Hello to all people, hello to everyone, right? Is more about taking risk in this time. So utilizing this time in balancing your energy, in balancing yourself into this time, because this conjunction of Mars and Rahu, it has just started with it, and the sign of Taurus also denotes your materialistic accumulations, and people will be very much driven towards the materialistic security. They might feel uh, insecure at times. They might feel as if things are not going their way. They might feel as if their life is not much aligned. And you have to understand this thing, that this time period is more about contemplating on the inside and understanding about your own self in this time, right? And people are asking question that is it a full moon or a new moon? Okay, yes, I have written the topic wrong. It's the full moon, right? I was in a hurry when I was writing it. It's the full moon. Let me change it if I have a chance to change it. No, though when I'll be uploading it, it will be a full moon video, right? So bear with me now, all of you people. And let me, I'm very bad with, yes. Now, so this conjunction of Mars and Rahu, see the way it is creating all these confusions right now, right? And they both planets are very aggressive. So keeping yourself very calm in this time, keeping yourself very energized in this time, and people will be too much worried about their materialistic bliss, about their accumulations, about investing into things, right? Especially it's a sign of Taurus, which denotes a bull. So the market will be very bullish in this time, first of all, and the market will show its fluctuations all the time. This is not a good time if you are an amateur, if you are someone new into the field of investment, to go out and play with your money. Rather, this is a time when you need to keep yourself calm and not out of anxiety, not out of, your push to do the things, right? Keeping yourself calm, aligning yourself in this time, and then taking your decisions, because many of you may turn out to be a bit rash in the coming days, right? Since this combination has come on 22nd of February, so it has been quite an intense time for many of us, right? The conjunction of Rahu and Mars. And tomorrow I'll be uploading a complete video on the conjunction of Mars and Rahu on my YouTube channel, right? So stick around there. It's Astro Panacea on YouTube, right? So now we'll talk about the new moon readings. And for the new moon is coming in the sign of your Leo and in the nakshatra of Pur Falguni. Now Pur Falguni is the 11th nakshatra, in our nakshatra system, which is denoted by the energy of the Venus, Sun and the Venus both. So this is a very creative kind of a nakshatra. It's a nakshatra driven by sensuality. It's a nakshatra driven by creative energy, unconditional love energy, and is a nakshatra, which is very auspicious for having good and forming new relationships, even if it is a friendly one, even if it is a with associations with people. It is very wonderful, and it is believed that Lord Shiva, from whom the whole astrology, yoga, Kundalini science has come, right? Lord Shiva took the initiative and took the procession of his marriage from in this nakshatra, right? So it is such an auspicious nakshatra. Even the gods waited for this nakshatra to come to get their work done, right? So this is naturally activating your fifth house, house of talents, new learnings, new beginnings, and this is also activating your energies into it, right? And this is a time when you need to release the negative old self, because it's in the sign of fire, and you need to burn what is unwanted, right, into your life, what is not wanted. And it is a time to release, as the fifth sign naturally denotes your solar plexus and your heart chakra, in between, something in between that, and utilizing this time into aligning yourself, opening up your heart to new things. And this time will make you realize that what things you are lacking in life, right? And taking it as a positive sign to improve upon the things, and utilizing your energy into aligning yourself. And this is for everyone, not for one sign, or the other. This is for everyone what I am talking right now, right? We'll start with the signs in few minutes. And I would say that this new moon is quite this full moon is quite an auspicious start into things, and this utilizing this time to release what is altogether unwanted, right? Releasing all the unwanted things in this time. And I would say that meditate and open up your heart to new things, open up your heart to new adventurism, and be brave into your things, right? Since the Mars and Rahu are too aggressive placing together, you have to keep your cool every time, right? Look at the sign, look at your house where this combination is placing. You have to be very conscious of the fruits of those house, because this conjunction is definitely gonna play with people in the coming times. And I also see that maybe people will pursue some kind of aggressive foreign policies. Even the markets will have a lot of swings, right? Sometimes too bullish and sometimes quite a fall in the coming days also, right? We'll see that for everyone in the world. So do not play because people will be very speculative in this time about the things, right? So now let's begin with the reading of each one of the signs, right? Let's see what this new moon holds for each one of you and how your 15 days are going to be in general, right? Then how it is going to start. And this full moon is coming on 27th of February, right? It will start on 27th of February. And now let's start with it. For the fire signs, that is the sign of your Aries, your sign of Leo, your sign of Sagittarius. For you people, this full moon is activating your personality. It is activating the trine of your talents, romance, personality, your luck, spirituality, and your opportunities. Work upon them. Feel that abundance coming your way in this time period. And making this as a point that you people can take new initiatives in this time, and making and always trusting your instinct in this time, as your moon is as this moon is activating the trine of your personality, not depending upon the people. Although you people will be finding good partnerships in this time, although you people will be finding good partnerships in this time, and people will be supportive to you, right? The support from the people has been a trouble in the past, and they will be supportive to you. But you have to watch out for your words, what you speak, because the Mars and Rahu affecting your second house, sixth house, and 10th house is this combination is making you overly driven towards your profession, towards your accumulation. Sometimes you people can play very rough, especially the Aries ascendants I'm talking about, and especially the Aries ascendant I'm talking about, right? And this is a wonderful time, and maintain your temperament very calm, very easy. Just utilize this energy into generating wealth, into activating your talents, romance, and never shy from taking risk in this time. This is a time for new beginnings. Do it, start with it. And I would say that also gifting something to your loved ones in this time, to your kids, especially your kids, gifting something to your kids, to the newly borns, will be very beneficial for you people. And lighting a lamp in the east direction, in the north direction, will be very beneficial for you. And those of you who do not know about lamp, you can also light candles, incense candles from all the different places. You can buy it and you can light them, right? It will be very beneficial. Doing all your mantras, your chantings after lighting the candles. And you can keep your crystals, your stones overnight soaked in the moonlight, along with milk, in the vessel of silver. You can also use it that way, right? And it will be very, very beneficial for you people, right? I'm talking about the fire ascendants. So best of luck to you. Now next, I'll be talking about the signs, the earth sign people, the sign of Taurus, the sign of your Virgo, and the sign of Capricorn. Now for these people, this whole conjunction, this new moon, this full moon is activating your fourth house, your eighth house, and your 12th house, right? This full moon is activating your fourth house, eighth house, and 12th house. Now for you people, your prime focus has to be your family, listening to others, and along with that, taking assistance from the others, because some of you might feel very, very blocked. Why I say so? Because this energy of Mars and Rahu placing in your trine is making you feel very disturbed with your own energy, with your own personality. And I would say that I would say that utilizing this time period in growing your personality. Some of you will also feel a lot of aggression in this time, right? Just chew it, just drink it, all the aggression, right? Do not shower your aggression on the people. So, utilizing this time in aligning yourself. So, taking assistance from your family, from your loved ones. Especially, I would say that for the Taurus ascendant, please take the assistance from your mother, right? Or the women or the aunts who are very loving to you, right? And even your friends, female friends who are quite motherly to you, right? And doing it this way. And secondly, listening to your partners, what they have to say, right? Hearing them out. Maybe they are feeling more pressurized in this time. And also doing your meditations regularly. Doing your meditations regularly. And what you have to do is spending time in nature, meditating with your loved ones, and utilizing this opportunity to activate your inner self, right? And please, for you people, you have to sleep well in this time. Why I say so? Because your fourth house, eighth house, and 12th house are getting activated. You may become very worried about your people around you, about all the different things in the world, but not yourself, right? So, first focus on yourself, then you can think about the others, right? You can do good to the others, you can think about others, and utilizing this time period into manifesting good for the others, into manifesting love with the others. And you can definitely take assistance from your loved ones, hear their wise words, and start loving them unconditionally, right? It is very important. We all are made up of love, right? So utilizing that natural love in yourself. And if some of you are wishing to travel, you can go for it, right? With your loved ones, you can go for it. Even if with not with loved ones, because I see that some of you Virgo ascendants are willing to go alone, right? So you are most welcome. You can also go and travel alone. You can do that, right? Now next, I'll be talking about the sign, which is the air sign people, the sign of your the sign of Gemini, the sign of Libra, and the sign of your Aquarius. For you people, this whole conjunction is activating your trine of communication, right? Your friends, your partner, your love, right? Your relationship, and also your relatives, right? And you are naturally very talkative people. You love conversations, you love talking in balance, you love speaking out things, right? Especially the Gemini ascendants, you cannot hold on to things. And this is a very wonderful time to connect with your loved ones. You may have new connections in this time, and I would say that relish those connections, enjoy those new connections in this time. The Gemini, the Libra, and the Aquarius ascendants I'm talking about. For you people, enjoy those new connections, right? They are a blessing to you, and they may come as a permanent support to you, right? Because I see that some kind of fire energy, right? Honest, clear, very clean in their talks. People are going to enter in your life in this time, right? And they may bring in some kind of permanency into this time. So utilize this time period to the fullest. It may not be the partner, it can be good friends, it can be close acquaintances, right? Because you people will be forming new connections and manifest new connections coming out of you in this time period. I would also say that. And enjoy all the admiration, all the praises that you're getting in this time, right? And if somebody is speaking negative of you, do not absorb that, just shun it off. Hear from one ear and let it go from the other, right? In this time period, because this is a time when a lot of your things are into transition for the Gemini ascendants, and you people need to keep your cool in this time, because you are evolving every day. Why I say so? Because the Lord of Gemini is placing in the 8th house, causing a lot of transitions in your life, right? It is more for you, it is more about hearing things, listening things, right? And for all of you, you are into quite a lot of transition, the air sign people. Some through their personal journey, some in their family, some through their partnerships, right? And some are evolving spiritually, right? And it is quite a transitionary time for you, and you will be getting right kind of assistances, I assure you people. So best of luck, the Gemini ascendants, right? Now next, not the Gemini ascendants, all the air ascendants. Now next, I'll be talking about the water sign people. For the water sign people, this is a time when your second house, your sixth house, and your 10th house are being activated by moon. What are the water sign? The sign of Cancer, the sign of Scorpio, and the sign of your Pisces, right? All very wonderful, loving, intuitive signs. They are very unconditional in their love, right? They just know about throwing love to others, and they're very emotional, right? For you people, this is a time of growth, abundance, and I would say that uh, do go for selfless acts of kindness, or doing random act of kindness, right? This is a time when you have to focus on your own temperament, when you have to focus on your own finances and family, right? This is a time when you have to focus more on your progress, on your growth and abundance coming in your family and your value system, right? Because I do see that for many of you, the water sign people, this time period, you may see water sign people. For you, it will be the way you speak, the way you chant, and the things will become like that, right? Thank you, Luxury Goods, right? She is a very wonderful personality. She's a very wonderful human being. And for you people, the water sign people, just understanding your growth, prosperity, and abundance coming your way, and do random acts of kindness, right? Helping someone, supporting someone, and that kindness will definitely reflect upon you. Why I say so? Because your whole trine of second house, sixth house, and your 10th house are getting activated in this time, right? Because I see that in the coming time, you will have a lot of abundance, and you water sign people, you have been experiencing lot of blockages when it comes to finding a partner, love, and right kind of people in your life. I would say that be calm, be easy into your things, and just enjoy the journey, how it is going on, right? And keep your communication good with people. Do not behave as they are behaving with you, right? Just behave very calmly, very relaxed, because I see that there is definitely some kind of uh, I would say that conspiracy in your public circle, maybe some kind of backbiters or some kind of people conspiring against you at times, right? Just leave it up to the God, right? And you enjoy your journey. I'm talking about the water sign people, the sign of Cancer, the sign of Scorpio, and the sign of your Pisces, right? Just keep your energies very, very calm into this time, right? Because the calmness will pay you in the long run. I guarantee you, right? So, God bless you. Now, let's start with the readings of each one of the signs, each one of the ascendant signs, moon signs, right? So, bear with me, you lovely people, and we'll start with all the discussions. For the Aries ascendant, this new moon, this full moon is coming in your fifth house, house of romance, house of talents, house of your love, and also this is which denotes your courage from the inside. This is a time when you need to look for the new opportunities which are coming your way. You people will be very enthusiastic into learning new things. Learn it, right? It will keep your temperament very calm. Some of you have been keeping aggressive in this time, right? I would say that just calm yourself down, right? Nothing is, we are not into any kind of a race. We just have to better ourselves, right? The purpose is to feel the fulfillment every time. The purpose is not to win over, some race or something, because ultimately no one of us is coming out alive, right? Out of this race of life. So enjoy the journey first. And for you people, it is a very good time to activate your love from the inside, to activate your talents from the inside, and also opening your heart to new things. Feel that unconditional love every time. And I would say that some of you will connect with young people in this time. Why I say so? Because the moon is placing the way it is placing in the fifth house. You may also learn some kind of new courses or some kind of new study. You may go for it. And I do see that this moon is going to help you grow into yourself, because ultimately the talents become the powerhouse of your money and your abundance. Because see, whatever you do it with heart, you feel fulfilled in those things, right? And that sense of fulfillment can never be compensated by the money. If your if your if your creativity becomes your profession, you feel the most fulfilled one every time, right? And this is a time to activate your creativity from the inside, your love energy from the inside, and you people will outgrow yourself. The Aries ascendant I'm talking about. And also keeping your temperament very grounded, speaking positive every time, right? Do it regularly with your loved ones and your family, because you people are getting quite chaotic when it comes to the family, right? Especially your partner, you're becoming very rough with them. So mind it. Now, next, I'll be talking about the sign of Taurus. For the Taurus ascendant, it is a time to, give time to your family. It is a time to spend some time in at home with your loved ones, or with whom your heart connects it, right? It is a time to buy things for your home. It is a time to enjoy your journey. Just slow down, because you people have been keeping yourself very busy in your own head, right? Because the conjunction of Mars and Rahu placing in your first house is creating lot of, contradictory thoughts, aggressive thoughts. And in general, I would like to tell something more about this time period. Some of you may have been having quite aggressive dreams from the past few days, and I would like to say you that it may continue for few more days, right? And doing what you have to do is just do a bit of breathing exercises, calm yourself down, simply chanting. For this is for everyone, apart from the reading of the Taurus sign, this is for everyone. And chanting a simple mantra of Lord Shiva, right? Simple mantra of Lord Shiva. Om Namaha Shivaya, right? Om Namaha Shivaya, right? Yes, even I am experiencing anxieties at times during my dreams. And believe me, none of those dreams are real, right? It is just that this Rahu Mars conjunction is trying to create an illusion. And tomorrow we will have a full video on YouTube, right? The video will be in a quite good quality, so yeah, you people can enjoy it, right? So now coming back to the reading, the sign of Taurus. For the sign of Taurus, this is a time to spend your time with the family, with your loved ones, with the people whom you connect with, and with whom you open your heart with. Spend some money, spend some bucks on them, buy them something, right? Or have some good dinner, have some good lunch, and enjoy this new moon, either this full moon. Enjoy this full moon with them. And I would say that everything is gonna fall into place when you are happy, when you feel fulfilled on the inside. Everything falls into place, my lovely Taurus ascendants. And I would say that utilizing this time period into manifesting growth and abundance of your loved one, feeling as if, my life is altogether fulfilled with everything, and thanking God for the things that you're getting in this time, right? So best of luck to you, the Taurus ascendants. Now next, I'll be talking about the air sign of Gemini. So a lot has been going on with Gemini people, and for the Gemini ascendants, this is a time of communication, of connecting with your close ones. I mean, not immediate family, but more like family people, right? And this is a time when they will come in positive support of yours, the Gemini people. And your communication, your ability to make new connections will become very wonderful this full moon, right? Manifest those connections. And I do see that this is also a time when you are definitely going through a lot of transitions, and your sleep is very disturbed in this time, the Gemini ascendants. So I would request you to have at least 7-8 hours of sleep, right? Having regular sleep will be like a remedy for you. And during the late nights, doing your meditation, if you're not sleeping, doing your meditations and keeping your gut health very clean. Why? Because Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury placing in your 8th house. And what is the 8th house? Your toilet, your washroom, your gut health, your time that you spend in excreting the waste out of your body, right? And that is filled with lot of heavy planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, right? See, people, our day starts with the eighth house. It's not the first house, it starts with the eighth house. And before the eighth house, it is the 12th house when we are sleeping in deep sleep, right? No one can have a long life, longevity in life, if planets are not balanced in their 12th house, because sleep regenerates us, rejuvenates us, and balance of their 8th house, that is clearing your body at times, right? And I would say that, and I would say that utilizing this time period to align yourself, utilizing this time period to keep yourself in balance, right? And I would say that this is a time period when you will feel lot of transition and may feel that as if not much opportunities are coming your way, right? But I would say that some kind of hidden growth, some kind of hidden, I would say that uh, because uh, because it is the eighth house, so you may experience unexpected sudden gains out of certain things. So utilizing this time period into getting your sudden gains. And next, I'll be talking about the water sign of Cancer. For the Cancer ascendants, this is a time period when you have to manifest growth and abundance in your family. The positive you speak, the better it gets, right? And this is a time to focus on your wealth. This is a time to focus on your assets, to focus on your investments, and it is a time to focus on your abundance. And your first house lord is getting into the second house on that day. So I would say that focusing on your third eye, the Agya chakra in the body, focusing on your nose, your lips, your face, right? Activating your energies on the inside, because everything starts from the roots, everything starts from the bases. Because definitely the Cancer ascendants are quite emotional, intuitive, and loving towards the others. But this is a time when you have to become a bit selfish and focus on your own self. Focus on all the abundance and money that is coming your way and relishing it, right? And relishing that abundance in this time. And I would say that this full moon is gonna help you grow in the long run, and not barring that you people do not have to focus on the other people, on your expectations from the other people, on your public circle. Just focus on yourself. Simply chanting the name of Lord Shiva will be very, very helpful. Or those of you who have received readings from me, you people can chant your mantras which I have given you, and they will have a very multiple, many times higher effect on you. And I request you all that doing those mantras, those chantings regularly on the full moons and the new moons, because this is a very intense energy in this time, right, people? And so, best of luck to you, Cancer ascendants, because some of you have been feeling very blocked with your talents. Some of you have been feeling very, very uh, tight with your public circle. You have been feeling bit lonely, and that is not true. Secondly, that is not true. And I would say that good things are coming towards you, and please change your viewpoint into things, right? Change your viewpoint, the way you envision things. Change it, my people, change it. Now, next, I'll be talking about another sign that is a very honest, a very fiery, a very king-like sign. And this full moon, their focus will be on the personality, on their own personality. I am talking about the fiery sign of Leo. They are the natural leaders, right? And this full moon will activate their personality. And this full moon, they have to focus on their own growth, on their own talents, and the abundance which resides in themselves, right? Focus on your own self in this time, the Leo ascendants, and your motherly loving instincts are gonna activate in this time. The Leo ascendants I'm talking about, right? And utilizing all of your abilities to grow yourself. And you people are will definitely receive support from your loved ones, from your near and dear ones, right? And minding it for next 15 days, just do not be readily available for everyone. Why I say so? Because the sun has shifted towards in your seventh house, in your public house. A king who goes into public, totally into the public, almost loses its respect. Why I say so? Right? Because a king has to maintain a certain kind of dignity, a stature, right? Which a common man is not easily able to understand, right? So I would say that when you will be compromising, or when you will get down to the levels of the others, when you will compromise, right? In those times, you will have to suffer. So never compromise your standard, never compromise your own self-respect for anyone, right? And I would say that you people will be shining in this time, because your moon is activating a lot of your things. And on the other end, do not be much worried about your profession, work. No, because the Mars Rahu placing together is keeping you constantly obsessed with your work, right? I have to do more, I have to perform more. No, work is an illusion, my people, and this is for everyone what I'm saying, right? Your health won't come back, your time that you have lost won't come back, right? And the work will carry forward. Even if you are not doing it, someone else will replace you, right? We are in a capitalist world, right? Someone else will replace it. The work will go on and on, right? So you have to choose that what things you have to value in life, right? Is it your inner fulfillment? Is it just being workaholic, or is it just being spiritual, right? I would advise you to create a balance of things which is required. And for the Leo ascendants, definitely this is a good opportunity to create a balance, love, nurturance, all these qualities in their personality. And I would say that do not overvalue your work, do not be obsessed with it. The work will go on and it will go well, right? Do not be very obsessed with it. And all my love, all my blessings, all my good luck to all the Leo ascendants. Rise and shine. Now, next, we'll be talking about the Virgo ascendants, a sign that is very pure, very poised, very logical into their things. They are driven by the strong sense of give and take, right? They're very good with calculating things, right? Very money minded people at times, right? And that's not bad. And for you people, this is a time to spend, this is a time when you have to spend time with yourself, right? Into your own growth. And I would say that your 12th house is getting activated. 12th house is the house of salvation, spirituality, your subconscious mind, what is going on the inside, right? First house, the reflection from the face, what I am, what I'm looking at, right? 12th house, your deep inner self, right? What is in this head, what is deep on the inside, and is also your house of sleep, is your house of counseling, right? In this time, your counseling abilities, your abilities to give advice will be very wonderful. And some of you people would love to travel in this time. I would say that go for it. What is stopping you? Just go for the travels and the journey, whatever you want to experience it, go for it. Do not stop in this time. And I would say that some of you have been feeling very tight. Some of you have been feeling very blocked with their opportunities in life. They have been feeling as if they are suffering from bad luck. No, my people, that is not the case. You people are not running out of luck. There is nothing going on like this, right? Just wait for a few more days and your opportunities will be flowing like anything. And I would say that have a strong sense of feeling of serving others. Why I say so? Because the Sun Venus combination coming in your sixth house is asking you to serve others, especially the old men, especially the men who require quite support in the life, right? Helping people out. And the Virgo ascendants, you have been feeling very blocked with your loved life, right? Now things are coming your way. Just hear your inner voices because the Jupiter now creating a distance with the Saturn in your fifth house will improve upon your things in this time, right? So enjoy this journey. The Virgo ascendant, the Virgo sign I'm talking about. So best of luck to the Virgo people. Now next we'll be talking about another sign which denotes balance, which is denoted by your they are very good at negotiating things, the sign of Libra, right? For the Libra ascendants, this whole combination is coming in your 11th house, house of public communication, house of friends, your advisors, your secondary sources of income, your regular income. For you people, this is a very wonderful time when you people will be activating your new friend circle. Manifest growth and abundance in your friend circle, and you will receive special benefits from the people around you, especially the ones who are quite feminine in their conduct, especially the ones who are very empathetic, loving in their conduct. Keep those people in your circle, and I would say that you will also have admiration, you will also have praises coming from the people which whom you know the least, right? And you may become quite good friends, so your circle is getting better in this time. And some of you who have not been getting jobs or any kind of work, your friends or people around you may give you an opportunity in this time, so look out for it, right? But do not be very high on expectations. But yes, you people will be receiving quite a lot of help from different areas, and this is a time when you have to maintain your calm. The Libra ascendants, you people are all about balance, right? Using soft words, but you have been keeping aggressive, or you may feel that your partners or people around you are keeping you aggressive. No, that's not the case. You have been feeling very aggressive on the inside. Calm it down, right? Just break those cycles and enjoy the journey of life in this time period. Relax, become easy, and stop eating because Mars and Rahu are too close. These both are very tamasic planets, right? Tamasic is food with a lot of heat that gives you aggression, inculcates fears and phobias in your body, and non-vegetarian food is considered tamasic food, right? Avoid consuming a lot of food with a lot of heat like meat, non-vegetarian food, beef especially. If you are non-vegetarian, avoid having beef in this time, right? And yes, and yes, even the food choices have been hurting, and your gut health may suffer in this time because the eighth house has been troublesome. The lower region on fire, right? Altogether. So eat light foods for few days, and it will keep you very, very relaxed, my lovely people, right? And so best of luck to you people. Now next, I'll be talking about another wonderful sign of Scorpio, right? The lovely Scorpio people, the water sign of Scorpio. These people are very intuitive, right? They are very good at researching things. They are very good at getting deep into the things, right? For you people, this is a time to manifest growth in your profession, to manifest things coming your way in your profession and having immense ample opportunities around you, right? And you people can look forward to your work like as if there is no tomorrow, right? You people can look forward to your work, that whatever initiatives that you're taking, you have to do it today. Do not delay it, all right? Because I see that this moon is definitely creating quite a positive cycle of your work around you. Some of you have been feeling very disturbed, very anxious at home, right? I would say that step out, experience the world, and grow out of your own boundaries in this time period. And many of you have been keeping your communication very, very tight with your loved ones, and you have been feeling a lot of aggression or aggressiveness from your partners, from the people around you. I would say that do not value such kind of negativity in this time, or even people may tell you that you are toxic or you are not the right person. Just hear them out. Do not respond them very negatively, right? Let's take it as a test of your own patience so that you can outgrow yourself in this time, right? Because this is a time when you have to be on a learning mode when it comes to relationships, right? Relationships won't be easy for you in this time. But as it is said that patience, consistency, and unconditional love, this all these things sail you through everything, right? Take it as a journey, no hard feelings, right? So keep yourself very easy in this time, and also do not eat very, very fiery foods in this time, because the Mars and Rahu in your seventh house may make you aggressive in this time, right? Eat light, eat relaxed foods, and you will be very, very well in this time. Next, I'll be talking about another sign which is very important, and that is the sign of Sagittarius. Now, the sign of Sagittarius naturally denotes the energy. The sign of Sagittarius naturally denotes your luck, opportunities, your holy fire, right? Your moral ethics, and also the abundance coming your way from the Pur Punyas, that is the past life good acts. Now, for you people, this is a time to grow your personality. This is a time when your opportunities and your luck is totally getting activated, right? Do not ruin with your own negative words, right? Your luck is getting activated in this time. You will have more opportunities coming your way. You will have more and more growth coming your way. And I do see that in this time period, some of you will go for travels, or you may shift to the places near the water, right? Which is going to be very beneficial for you. The Sagittarius ascendants I'm talking about. And visiting places near water or shifting towards the places near the water will be very, very helpful to you. All the Sagittarius ascendants I am talking about. And you people are naturally very honest in your opinions, but you have become bit rough with your words, with your speech in this time, right? So I would say that do not get into too much communication in this time, or if you want to have it in a very easy and in a very public manner, right? all the fire or all these Sagittarius people, keep your communication very very aligned, very very easy in this time period, and you people will feel very very relieved, right, if you will keep your communication good in this time. And for the Sagittarius ascendant, this is a time, make some donations, or donating rice, donating your milk to the needy will be very beneficial, right? And also donating something, doing something for the women will be very beneficial for you, as the moon is getting very active in the ninth house. And again, prayers to meditation of the Lord Shiva, and taking milk bath in this time will be very beneficial for you, right? For all the full moons, the milk bath is very good for each one of you, right? So that is the case. And now for you people, just relish this time, just enjoy this time, and see the opportunities coming your way, and grow with all those opportunities. So best of luck, the Sagittarius ascendants. Now next, we'll be talking about the earth sign of Capricorn. For the Capricorn ascendants, this is a time when you will be feeling a lot of transitions. This is a time when you people will open up to the new perspectives in life, right? As some of you have been keeping very, again, you have been feeling very heavy upon yourself. Some of you have been feeling a lot of blockages in your talents, and getting bit aggressive in your love life, or feeling very unfocused. That is very normal, right, my people? That is very normal to experience all those things. And I would say that utilizing this time period into meditation, into growth, into aligning yourself, into slowing everything down, right? The Capricorn ascendants I'm talking about. Slow everything down in your life. Feel as if everything is going easy and very, very relaxed. And listen to your loved ones, especially your partner in this time. Listen to them, because when it is that you can seek advices from them, you can seek your uh, if any kind of uh, suggestion you are asking for, you can hear it from them in this time, and that will be quite beneficial for you people. And I would say that spend some time with your loved ones, because some of you may feel bit blocked this full moon, the Capricorn ascendants. And with when you'll hear your loved ones out, and you may also receive some kind of financial support from your people around you, and even financial gains, right? So sometimes listening and hearing is can be of benefit, right? Sometimes someone may give you a good advice related to your finances, related to your thing, and you can utilize that. And releasing, because some of you may feel quite a lot of fears, phobias coming into your mind, right? Okay, my life is not moving in any direction, no growth is happening. No, cutting those cords, those negative attachments, and starting new, starting fresh, and feeling as if you're cutting everything in your brain, right? Very important for you people, the Capricorn ascendants, because you have been very hardworking, you have been very laborious, but you have not been keeping yourself very relaxed, right? So utilize this time period in staying relaxed, and in staying more and more aligned in this time. So best of luck to all the Capricorn ascendants. Now next, I'll be talking about another sign which is denoted by the strong energy of Saturn. That is the sign of Aquarius, the dense air, right? For the Aquarius ascendants, this is a time when you have to connect with your loved ones, when your communication will be very good it will be an improved version of yourself. The uh, the Aquarius ascendants I'm talking about. It will be quite an improved version of yourself. Your partner will be showering quite love on you, and I would say that be more soft and gentle to your loved ones in this time, as your moon is very wonderfully getting activated in your public house, in your house of love, in your public house of relationship, denoting your connections with the others, and you may experience quite a lot of connections with the people around you. Utilize that, especially the feminine energy around you. Maybe female having quite a lot of even the female having quite who are very honest, having bit of masculine traits, they can be quite beneficial to you, right? Quite motherly and quite helping to you, as this moon is placing in the auspicious nakshatra of Apur Falguni. And another thing, do not get into indulgences, because the seventh house, the way it is getting activated, you and the Venus placing in your first house, you may feel a very strong urge to become indulgent with the opposite sex, right? Do not become indulgent. Be very slow and easy when you are going with it, with the people around, with your loved ones around. And I would say that be unconditionally loving towards them. Be genuine. Be what you have to be. Be genuine with your loved ones and the people around you. And this way it will be quite beneficial for you, right? And I would say that for you people, the the Aquarius ascendants I'm talking about, for you people, you have been keeping disturbed when it comes to sleep, and you have been feeling very tight and blocked at times. And I would say that do some meditation during the night time, or consume some turmeric milk before the sleep, and that will soothe and relax your nervous system. And some of you have been fighting a lot at home, and I would say that you people can keep the environment quite disturbed because of it, right? Do not fight at home, do not hurl aggressive exchanges at home, right? That can be quite troublesome for you people. Everyone, every human being born on this earth is all made up of love, right? Just shower your love on people. That is very important for each one of us. Just be loving towards everyone, every being, right? Because nobody has a permanent residency on this earth, right? Nobody is a citizen. We all are just here for the journey. So let's enjoy our journey and make life comfortable for the others also, right? That is very important, right? This is why we are humans. We are not animals, right? Be more a human, not just animals who procreates, who just focuses on eating or getting their thing done. No, life is much more than that, right? So next, I'll be talking about another wonderful water sign, that is the water sign which is very loving, which denotes salvation, which denotes completeness, which denotes lot of intuitive energy, which denotes your dreams, right? Dreamy people, and purity. Two fishes chasing each other in the circle, right? The sign of Pisces. For the Pisces people, for this Pisces people, this full moon is coming in your sixth house. It is a time to focus more on the charity. It is a time to focus more on counseling others. It is a time when you have to release your own doubts, fears, phobias from the inside, and also unleashing your creative abilities. Why I say so? Because your Venus and Sun placing in your 12th house is directly aspecting this moon, this full moon. And once you start releasing that tightness from the inside, all your energy, all your creativity will just ooze out, right? And mind you, do not be sensitive to the opinions of the others. Do not take it as facts about you, they are just opinions, right? Because some of you Pisceans have been feeling very blocked with their incomes, with their money, and the flow of things. It is just temporary, right? Doing random acts of kindness will be very, very helpful for you, and I would say that that will grow your personality in this time period. The Pisces ascendants I'm talking about. And visiting hospitals looking for loved ones or making the moves will be very, very beneficial in this time. And I would say that moon coming in your sixth house, the way it is coming, naturally ruled by the energy of Virgo, right? So some of you have to keep a check on your dietary patterns. Be very clean with your diet. Be very good with your diet in this time period. And I would say that making this as a point that as you have been feeling bit tight with your opportunities, new opportunities are coming your way. Let the planetary shifts be more. Let us have more planetary shifts, and you people will grow yourself in this time, right? You cannot push things, they just happen naturally every time, right? You do not have to push your things, they are just happening naturally. In this time period, just focusing on doing good to people, for this full moon, focus on doing better for the people, and focus on evoking your creative abilities in this time. And secondly, not valuing the opinions of the others, or do not focus on do not have a sense of expectations from the others, right? That will be a bit troublesome for you. So that is it. And for the remedies, now what all remedies you people can do, as you all know, those of you who stick till the last, I do give the remedies, right? For all of you, what remedies you people can do this full moon. First of all, some of you who wish to have, you know, do meditations, what they can do is they can light candles during the full moon night, right? And do all their chantings. If they do not have any mantras or any chantings, they can simply chant Om Namaha Shivaya. Om Namaha Shivaya. Right? Whatever culture you belong, African culture, Latin culture, Indiana culture, or any culture, what you are, Jewish or whatever you are, you can practice your own hymns, you can practice your own verses in this time, and speak spelling out all those positive words, but in the light, in the candle. That is very important. That is the key, because it is the fire energy which we have to activate along with the moon energy, right? And secondly, praying to Lord Shiva will be of immense benefit in this time period, as it is in the nakshatra of Uttar Falguni, which is denoted by the god Bhaga, that is the god of prosperity. So, filling your mind with abundance and prosperity every time, right? When you do the prayers, no matter how bad your mood is, how blocked you're feeling, don't worry about it. Just focus on doing right during your prayers and meditation. Just forget whatever you're going through in your personal life. Be in that hermit mode, be in that ascetic mode, be in that yogi mode, be in that sadhu mode for some time, right? To have those releases, very important. And doing your meditation, some of you can even chant Om Shrim Lakshmiye Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmiye Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmiye Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmiye Namaha. Right? For wealth and prosperity, right? And I would say that this full moon is a moon of abundance, growth, and leaving behind all the negative that is not wanted, right? And opening up your heart to new things. And you will feel very, very blessed and very great about the life and all the things coming your way, right? And now it's my time, people, to leave all you people. And I hope that all of you enjoyed this live session. And those of you who are wishing to have reading with me or who want to book a reading, you can just send me a DM, you can send me a message, and I'll get back to you, right? And I hope that you people have this very wonderful full moon this in few days, and may all your wishes, all the abundances come your way. God bless you, each one of you. Take care. Have a very blessed day. And tomorrow I'll be posting my video on my YouTube channel, that is Astro Panacea. Just search it on YouTube and subscribe to it, right? And you will have all the videos coming on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. All my love to all you people. God bless you. May all your wishes be fulfilled. Take care. Take care. Bye.